Chan Chan. There we go. Good old Floopy Snoot got his own game. How exciting. Okay. Dude Behind the Mask has played. Madison hasn't. Oh, rip. Evil Miner X has played. Good to see you, Evil Miner. Hey, thanks. Thanks for the welcome back, Puny Pickle. I love your name. You're playing it right now, Hush Puppy. That's awesome. You get to play it with me. That's sick. I haven't because of Catholic parents. Angel Doggo, what? The game is $1. Yeah, exactly. It is $1. You've watched it. Hey, Valerie, what's up? It's good to see that you're here. Guess who I am for a cookie? You are Golden Heart Chris from Twitch. Kinda bummed out that it didn't come out on Switch. That's interesting. I can talk about that later if you want. This is gonna be a good live stream. Okay, Juan. I'm gonna start the game. We're also gonna like talk through the whole thing. Prodigies, I hope this sound is okay for you. Please let me know if you want it to be like louder or quieter or whatever. But in my headphones, it sounds alright for now. So let's get into this game. And also, like, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to play a whole bunch of levels, or would you like me to talk about secrets throughout the levels? Because I've already gotten a lot of the secrets. I don't think I've got every single one, but I've got a lot of the secrets already unlocked. I can access them for you and play them out right at the beginning of this stream. But for now, like for example, I found this bone for Floopy Snoot. Floopy Snoot's very own bone. Oh, look at this. It's so adorable. Yes, Floopy Snoot's very own bone is in the game. So you get one of these from a certain thing that you come across while playing through the levels. As you can see, like, this whole area seems to be modeled off the, like, the safe house area from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3. So it kind of gives me the feeling that this is a prelude to Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3. But I'm not exactly sure about that. What do you all think? Everyone's got their own theories. Everyone's thinking like it's an alternate universe to like Bendy and the Dark Survival. There's some people who thinks that like the Ink Machine creates a completely different dimension, things like that. So there's this box here. I'm not exactly sure what it does. I'm not exactly sure what it's there for, except for pressing the A button on it. It's got a bunch of question mark. It's like a box from, you know, Mario Kart. There's boxes that you collect, and then you get a whole bunch of freaking weapons and stuff. It reminds me of that. Floopy Snoot Easter, exactly. Boris had saved the look. Every Floopy Snoot needs his bone, and that's why he's got a bone in this. Well, that's what I think. Every good Floopy Snoot needs his bone. So let's get straight into this game. I see a lot of people in chat have not played it. Hey, James Jams, how are you doing, man? It's before Boris rescues Henry. Exactly. Meme, exactly. It's exactly like that, right? That's what I thought as well. But I could be wrong. So, the idea of this game, everybody, is to walk around as Floopy Snoot. Exciting, right? You gotta collect, like, there's a whole bunch of items listed on the left-hand side of the screen. You can see, like, there's a radio, there's a cogwheel, there's a plunger. You gotta go around this studio area. It's randomly generated, so each time you go through this, it's randomly generated, and it gets larger and larger, and you collect these items. When you've collected these items, you have to run away from Ink Bendy to get to this elevator, and you're basically trying to figure out a way to survive. It's kind of like Minecraft, right? You gotta collect items to survive. Every single day, except you don't actually build anything. You just collect the items and you yeet yourself out of there, or else Ink Bendy's gonna get you. So I'm just gonna go this way and start the game for now. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit because you can't really hear the juicy ambience in this game, can you? I think because this is the first level, so every time you start the game over, it completely wipes the progress that you had in the last attempt, except for all the secrets you've collected. So what I mean by that is you go through this game in days, and the days reset back to 1 when you reset the game, at least in my game. Okay, so we got 2 items in this room. That's sick. That's pretty good so far. Flopcraft? Exactly, meme. Exactly, it's Flopcraft. Prod is Floopy Snoot confirmed? Ooh, interesting. Interesting that you mentioned that, Kakuya. Why would you say that? This is the thing. This is the thing that you get the bone from. These lockers. They also have other little secrets, and I'll show you some of those secrets later on. Actually, there's only really one other thing that I found with those lockers, but I still want to show you it later on because it might ruin the atmosphere we've got going here right at the beginning of the game. But anybody who's already played this will already know, like, you're like, Prod, what the heck? It's not even that secret. I've already done this. Love your videos. Can't wait for Dark for Revival. Thank you, Andrew Johnston, for the £2 super chat. I really, really appreciate that, my dude. And I'm really excited for Dark Revival as well. I am excited, especially after seeing this. It looks like there's a different design direction happening. It looks like Dark Revival will be in first-person mode, right? But I've had some interesting chats with some prodigies already about this game and how it might influence Dark Revival. I'm going to call this game and get Dark Revival and Dark Survival mixed up. See how this game influences Dark Revival. So we've already seen from the trailers that Dark Revival is going to be a little bit more combat-oriented, right? We've got Audrey, we've got her Thanos hand, and it can like completely eviscerate, destroy the enemies. So maybe we'll get a stamina feature based around that. Who knows? But like that being said, this game is just a little project made in 3 weeks with between theMeatly, one of the programmers that works for theMeatly, Matt Goals, and someone else, unfortunately, who I can't remember, who made like, you know, that juicy dancing animation that Boris has? Oh, that's another thing. You get music from the lockers. So I don't think Ink Bendy appears in the first level of the game. It's kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's. You know how in night 1 of the very first Five Nights at Freddy's, no one comes after you? I think it's the same thing for Boris in the Dark Survival. How can I donate? I think... Look, donating is not like necessary or anything, but there is a $sign, I think, at the bottom of the chat. It's like a $sign symbol. You gotta click on that. Or there are like links in... There are links in the description as well. That might help you out. Oh snap, I stand corrected? Where is he coming from? He's already coming after me, hold up. I'm out of stamina! Oh my gosh, am I actually going to die? I'm going to die. I'm gonna die on the first day. No! Ink Bendy, please! Look at Boris, he's just strolling! You can make it, Boris! I died on the first day, oh my gosh! Why didn't anybody tell me? Why didn't anybody tell me I was running around? I couldn't run because, okay, everybody, on the right-hand side of the screen, there is like a meter. You see that meter there? That is your bacon soup meter. And you cannot run unless you've got some bacon soup in that meter. So I'm going to be more careful. I was under the assumption that Ink Bendy doesn't spawn in that first stage, but I was completely wrong. So we're going to have to do that again. I love how Boris strolls though. He's just like, you know, casually strolling away. Actually, we can summon Ink Bendy with these hearts. Do you remember these hearts from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3? Where's ProdChamp when you need him? I know, I didn't upload... Okay, so Prodigies, as some of you know, I've been streaming on Twitch as well, and I do have like custom emotes for Twitch. I should totally have put them on... I should have totally put them on my YouTube chat, but I completely forgot. That's my bad. Alright, so the projectionist screams, and Ink Bendy should run after us, right? Or he's gonna be nice to us this time. Okay. He's not coming up. So there is something strange about day 1. Maybe if you stay in day 1 for a really long time, Ink Bendy will just like randomly appear. But in other days, whenever I picked up that ink card, Ink Bendy would start coming after me. It would be nuts. So I always avoided them. What's up, Ham Animation? Where have I been? I've been on Twitch, Ham Animation. I've been on Twitch. I know I jinxed myself. Like, I seriously thought Ink Bendy wasn't going to appear at all. At all. I messed up. I done goofed. But that's fine. I'm going to be more careful with my stamina now. I'm not going to eat up all my bacon soup. Oh, here we go. Nope, nope, nope. You're trying to juke me? Sucked it, Ink Bendy! Juked. You just got it on your phone? Look. Majiku, Mr. Majiku, you did a really good thing there. I really think this game is best suited for mobile phone play. I'm playing on a controller, by the way. I'm playing on an Xbox controller, and the game controls very nicely on a controller. Like, it's pretty simple. You move left, right, up, down, whatever. You can move crossways. It's pretty free motion. I think a lot of people were asking me, is the motion like in Showdown Bandit? No. I hear Ink Bendy. It's not like in Showdown Bandit. Boris moves much faster than Bandit, thank goodness, and you can control his actual movements with the controller. I don't think you can't move by clicking. No, you can't. I don't know how the controls work on mobile, but if it works like you have like a virtual controller on the screen, then I imagine it would be really, really fun on mobile. Because you can just pick up and play the game, you can suspend it, you won't lose your progress. Where is it coming from? Ink Bendy, you fool! I'm right in front of a little miracle station. Am I still on day 1, Prodigies? What the heck? Boris has fallen in the Lego City River. Build the ink helicopter. Okay, I really love his headlamp. I know, I love it too. This is the one that we don't... Wait, do we give it to him? I think it is the one... He either picks it up at the vent, or we give it to him at the beginning of chapter 3, right? Embrace your demise. What does this mean, Prodigies? I wonder if these messages are put right there specifically for Floopy Snoot. Like, maybe someone is out there to get him. Maybe... Who knows? Like, who was writing those messages? We never figured that out, did we? Was it the ink workers themselves? Build the rescue ink machine! And save the day! Exactly. Exactly. I'm loving this energy, everybody. Alright. So, we just need 2 more items. But Ink Bendy keeps camping me in the spawn area. What is going on? Am I still on day 1, Prodigies? I am, aren't I? This is so weird. He's never been so aggro on day 1. Have you ever got Bendy jump scared in those peepholes? Yes, I did get a Bendy jump scare. Hey, Full Tilt on, what's up? Wasn't it Allison? I actually don't know. I don't know. A lot of people... Oh, snap. Leave, Ink Bendy! Do not come to me. Okay. There's another item there, but if I pick up that final item, Ink Bendy's gonna run after me, so I'm just gonna explore a bit. Open up a locker. Okay, there's nothing in there. I've got a little miracle station right next... I'm done. It could have been Alice. Maybe someone from the future is warning Boris. But remember, there are 2 types of messages. There are the black messages, and then there are like the invisible messages that you need the seeing tool to look at. So, I don't know. I really don't. It could have been Henry himself. It's 1 AM, so I'm going to bed. Thank you, Andrew Johnston, for chilling with us, and have a good sleep. I really, really appreciate it. Alright. Ink Bendy's coming for me. Where is he? Where did he go? He was aggro on me for the entire stage, but now he's just completely missing. Oh, here we go. Nope. 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 Oh, oh my god! Oh wait, no, I made it! Wait, what? I am confused because it played the music that said I won, but then I got jump scared. What happened? I won, but I got jump scared. What up with that? I'm done. I don't know. What happened? I'm glitching the game again. I swear, I forgot. I know, right? Doesn't the jump scare you see when you get killed by Bendy look like the jump scare in chapter 1? It does, doesn't it? It looks like when he appears out of the hole in the slits. You're right. It does look like that. Biggest oof. I wonder how Boris can see the glowing things on the miracle stations and stuff, since Henry needs to talk to see those kinds of things. I don't think Boris can see them. I think they're just highlighted like that so that we, the player, can see them easily. So we've secured the supplies. That's day 1 supplies. Now, you've all gotten a taste of the gameplay, so let's check out some of the secrets. 10 out of 10 game break. I know, I got jump scared, but I still won. What's up with that? So here, Prodigies, are some of the secrets in the game. Are you ready for this? First, we have the music. So the default song that... Oh snap, why is it stuck on the pause screen? The default song that we have is this one here. Thinking of You Again. And we got the Floopy Snoot dance. I died at the... I know, Sassy Demon. I died at the finale. But I still won. I have so many theories for this game, really? What does the 0 out of 7 mean? 0? Oh, I'm going to show you that now if you want. Otherwise you try to enter a vending machine to hide from Bendy? Yeah. He's just vibing, exactly. Alright, here's another one. So you collect these musical vinyl discs throughout the game from those lockers that I was unlocking. Oh snap, I accidentally pressed another one. So we got Hellfire Follies here. I'll give you a better view of his dance. Do you remember? Oh, far out, what am I doing? Do you remember this song from the very first version of Bendy and the Ink Machine? Flippy Snoot Rave, exactly, Electro Boogaloo. I'm really curious to see how this all ties together. Will you be making a theory video? I don't know, Valerie. I don't know if I'll make a theory video about this game. It does provide some lore in the game, but I could probably say everything that I think about it within this stream. Me staying on this chat forever? I know, right? Alright, so we got that one, Hellfire Follies, and then we got Sammy Doodles, number 9. The Memories, Angel Doggo, right? Like, I know that's where the character Amalgamation is in the actual Bendy and the Ink Machine, but it's blank here. James Jam. Get ready. Can I get an amen? Exactly. Ooga booga. That's funny, Maya. Cool dance. Where have you been, Prod? I haven't seen you in a while. Monday Dreamer. I have been streaming on Twitch, and I've been chilling in my Discord. The Discord link is in the chat if you want to join the Discord. That's basically it. Got all that. Now let's bring it all together. I know, right? Bring all these songs together. And the final one, A Safe Place. I don't remember hearing this song in Bendy and the Ink Machine, so maybe it's a teaser song for Bendy and the Dark Revival? Please, let me know. What do you think of this song? Yeah, I don't remember this song. Does anybody remember this song from Bendy and the Ink Machine? Boris Fortnite emote! Oh, get ready for it, everybody. I know there's one Epic Games employee in the chat who's like, I just got the best idea for an emote. What the heck? I'm getting follows for Twitch on YouTube. What the heck? Well, thank you to whoever just followed me just now. Appreciate that. Andrew Dab. Yeah, so does anybody know where this song is from? Oh, what the heck, man? Why does it keep pausing? I don't. Dream Note Princess, you were the first person to see me in chat. Hey! Maybe it's a hint of Bendy and the Dark Revival. That's what I think, Raven. I think this is a song from Bendy and the Dark Revival, because I don't remember hearing this song at all in Bendy and the Ink Machine. What is up, Ben Skywalker? Hey, Zenobia. Good to see you. It's the start of Chapter 4. Was it in the Chapter 4 trailer? I can't remember. I should have looked this up. You think you've heard it somewhere? It could be from Showdown Bandit, true. Yes, Puny Pickle, you are noticeable. Alright, so that's it for the music. That song is going to continue playing. So let's take a look at the rest of this place here. I can't remember exactly what's on this poster. I mean, like, I've tried looking up close, but it just looks like a bunch of patterns and stuff. I don't think it shows anything. If you remember from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3, there was a shelf here with bacon soup on it. That's not there. And we can't access the area where Henry was sleeping, which sucks. It's unfortunate. It's all boarded off. We can't go to the toilet. Floopy's dude is blocked out of using the toilet. What'll he ever do? And there's also a banjo over here. The Twitch stuff still works for some reason. I probably didn't disable it. Just pretty funny. Imagine Boris moonwalking. You can. And everybody, this is another secret that you can collect. The Amalgamation. The Amalgamation scraps from Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 3. They all get plastered up on this wall and you collect them from those lockers, like the loot lockers or whatever they are, those randomly generated rewards. So from the lockers you not only get music, you not only get Boris bones, but you get those scrap pieces. Enjoy some banjos time. And when you've collected all of the scrap pieces, you get access to a special secret. His little table, I know! Floopy banjo. You hope it gets a console port? I have a feeling it will. Oh, it might. I have a feeling it might. I don't know if it will. Because I think the people who were involved with the console ports were a completely different team from Kindly Beast. So I don't know if they're going to do that internally if they do. Thank you so much. Who was that? Thank you so much, Splendid Jams, for cheering 5 bits on Twitch. What the heck? Oh my gosh. That is hilarious. Yeah, well, Prodigy's Gene Chris Entertainment is going to do a Roblox event. So if you're a Roblox fan, please join the Discord. Okay. So, these are all the pieces of the amalgamation that gets plastered up on the wall. You get these from the lockers throughout each stage. And when you click on it, you get a special message. I think that the amalgamation is actually a collage of what it used to be. Raven? I think the exact same thing. I don't think anyone has done this, but go check the question mark box once you have all the scraps. I've already checked it. I checked it earlier, Hef. Boris saw a glimpse of the man he used to be, and then it was gone. Hey, Cookies, what happened? You're welcome, Mayo YouTube. The box seems to do nothing, but I guess somehow it has something. I think the point of the box is to just, like, I don't know if there's not a secret in that box, then I think it's just there to annoy fans. Because I couldn't figure out what's the deal with this box. Did anybody talk to SK Pac-Man about the box? Maybe he figured something out. And also, did you see that cutscene that played just now? He saw a glimpse of the man that he once was. So Floopy Snoot really was a person. Isn't that messed up? And so he was collecting all these scraps to create like a little bit of an image of who he used to be. So who do you think he would have been? Could he have been Wally? A lot of people think he was like Buddy from the Dreams Come to Life, the Dreams Come to Life book. Sylvie, what's up? Hey, that's okay that you're on your main profile. The door opening sound at the end is Henry. Exactly, it's Henry entering, but I don't think Boris is Henry, unless there's like some weird time loop situation happening and like Henry once became Boris at some point. And then he comes to help Henry to continue through. It's weird. It's really weird. People think it's Buddy. People think it's Buddy from the book. When I first saw it, I thought, okay, there's a lot of references to Wally Franks in this game, so maybe it could have been Wally Franks. There's a lot of things. He literally had a gap in his memory and then he was gone. I mean, he is called Buddy Boris in the game. Maybe. Wait, in what game? Happy birthday, Privet Master. For 2 days ago. This isn't full gameplay, so the box is basically an Easter egg, man. What? I'm not sure what you mean, Kakuya Fangs. If I click on this box, nothing happens. I've collected all 7 scraps, I've collected all of the music notes, and the box doesn't open. The only thing that I haven't done so far is seen every single jump scare hole. That's the only thing. So maybe that triggers it. I'll try my best to pretend that you're actually Sylvie here, but I might slip and say Elizabeth. I'm sorry. Gotcha. You know how to open the box, Hush Puppy Institution? How do you open the box? Do share. You still think it's Wally? I think he's saying this isn't the full game. Maybe there's more to come. I don't know. It just looked like a quick thing thrown together in a few weeks, but you could be right. Alright, Prodigies. So, would you like me to go through more gameplay, or would you like me to talk more secrets? Because the game... Look, I can play another stage for you. The game basically plays the same every time you start up. I looked at the box game scripts, and there isn't one. I knew it! It's just there for you to click on and be, like, curious about, right? So maybe there is going to be a patch, who knows? But I couldn't find anything. Yare yare da ze. Blue Rob. Getting anime on us in this chat. You want to talk secrets? Okay, you're talking secrets. Alright. Let's talk secrets. I'm just going to... hold on. Can I escape back to my home? I can't escape back to my home. Okay. Well, let's see if I can find a hole real quick, because I want to talk about the holes. Just in case there's any prodigies in the chat who hasn't seen the holes yet. Come on, there's got to be a hole somewhere. Prodigies, you need a shout out if you see a hole. Oh, it's you, Springbow. Nice to see you, man. Maybe it's a placeholder asset they used to test interactions but forgot to take it out. It could be. But it's got a whole bunch of question marks on it. Like... so what the actual heck, man? The misdirection. The deceit. You're back on your other account? Hey, that's awesome, Sylvie. Glad to see you back on your other account. I was just playing Bendy in the Dark Survival and I love it. I'm glad you like it. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna find any holes. It doesn't look like it generated any holes for this one. Rip in peace. Okay, well, anyway. Basically, Prodigies, there are holes around the studio every time it auto-generates, or nearly every time, according to this randomly generated stage. And you can look through the holes and you get like different things appearing, like you get different messages and stuff. So, I'm gonna have to figure out how to show this to you on screen. Because I've got screenshots for every single thing that you can see. Every single thing. So let's check them out now. I'll play this juicy music in the background while I bring it up. Oh my gosh, that's a bit loud. Alright, let's talk secrets, Prodigies. Hopefully I still have it up, actually. That would be embarrassing if I deleted it. Here we go. I'm just looking for the secrets on my computer, Prodigies. I'll be right back. Okay, here we go. I found them. Alright, so... my gosh, there's actually a lot in this game for such a small and simple game. But there's not only the music that you collect, there are also those little tape recorders that you saw around Bendy and the Ink Machine. There's a whole bunch of those as well that you can, you just click on them and they play a message. So I've got all the messages for those. I've got all of the screens that you can see, because I knew if I did this stream, I wouldn't be, it's all luck based, I think. It's all random chance. So I wouldn't be able to see every single one in one stream. So I got screenshots of all of those. And what else? I got a couple of songs, special music, that don't appear in the game. Well, that I haven't been able to unlock. There's one that I haven't been able to unlock, but the other one is basically the music that plays for when you look at the 7 out of 7 scraps. Okay, so I've kept you waiting long enough. Let us look at these holes. Alright, I've got this up in my Windows photo viewer or whatever you call it. Are you ready for this? Secrets, Prodigies. Exciting. Okay, here we go. This works. Okay, this works. Sweet. So here's like the first one that you normally see. There's like a thing that says look at the top. Okay, it's a hole and it's a chair in front of a wall. You know, plain and simple. This is the one that you'll see most of the time throughout the game. Then you got this one, embrace your demise. There's a message on the wall now. Basically the same screen, it just says embrace your demise. So there's somebody out to get Boris, or there's somebody posting these messages all around the studio. Maybe it's Alice. Like, we've already talked about this earlier in the stream, it could be Alice. But it looks like somebody wants to either kill Boris or kill everybody in the studio. Oh snap, this is covering my face. Hold up, Prodigies, I'm sorry about that. Let me just get my face above this. Okay, here we go. I'm here chatting away and you can't even see my face. Alright, so that's that. And then there's another one with a message. The next one is surrender to the machine. Alright, so this is basically telling us what? You tried your luck, Splendid Jams. I just saw, and Zenobia as well. Zenobia and Splendid Jams tried to activate some special things in my Twitch chat. It's pretty funny. Anyway, we got this message as well. Surrender to the machine. So who's going to surrender to the machine and why? It's got to be all of the ink beings in the studio. We've got the Butcher Gang members. We've got Alice Angel, who we think might have put these messages around. And we've also got the Lost Ones. Weren't the Lost Ones also writing these messages? So maybe the Lost Ones, like, they just gave up. They just totally gave up and they surrendered. Then they became these, because the whole point of the ink machine was to create living, breathing versions of the cartoons, right? So perhaps this is why that message is there. I think I saw a similar message in the Bendy and the Dark Revival trailer or teaser. Ooh, interesting. I've watched your videos since the first video. Thank you, Pyribbit. Can you show the rest of the pictures? I gotta go to bed. Hush puppy, I'm going to show the rest of the pictures. Don't worry, man. I've got to explain them as well because it's a secret stream, right? And I'm also going to try and discuss the lore of each picture as well. This is the next one. So whenever this one appears, it's just a bendy jump scare. So like in chapter 1, how the bendy... Well, it happened in chapter 3 as well, didn't it? I can't remember if it happened... It happened in chapter 1, 2, and 3. Like this bendy cutout would appear. That same sound that plays when the bendy cutout appears, plays when you see this. I've only ever seen this happen once. I've seen this one happen a bajillion times, I've seen this one happen a bajillion times, and this is like even more common than the other two. I've only ever seen this one happen once. And I think that's just there to scare you. It's like a little fun Easter egg, a throwback to Bendy and the Ink Machine. You know, it's something to make some of us fans, to make some of our hearts warm up. I don't know how else to explain it. And then finally, we have theMeatly. This is a really, really, really rare screen. Really rare. I don't, like, this is probably just a little bit of an Easter egg thing as well. You know how you walk through the wall? Like, I tried this throughout Bendy, Boris and the Dark Survival, rather. I've tried this over and over again. I tried to walk through the Boris posters in the game, but Meatly just would not appear, and it was bugging me. And then it just so happened that the Meatly was actually just one of the jump scares when looking through the holes. So, that's what happened there. You're lagging bad? So did the quality of the stream? Oh my gosh, really? Yes, it's Meatly Boy. I think that Surrender to the Machine could be a teaser for Bendy and the Dark Revival. Raven, did you see that in a trailer or something? I'm really curious about why you think that. It's working fine at the moment for you? Nice. I had to manually change the stream quality. Auto is 144p. Okay, so I looked it up. Wait, let me check this out. I just checked and I'm getting all the way up to 1080p. So what's up with that? Maybe reload? Refresh? Yeah, refresh. Why is auto 144p? That's terrible. Anyway, we got the Meatly as well. Now, let's play some of the music. So we've seen all of the different little jump scares, Easter eggs, secrets that appears when we look through the holes. We've also, actually, we've already listened to the music, my bad. Let's listen to the logs. So first of all, we've got a log from, okay. I'll let you choose. Actually, no, I'll play it in this order. I'll play the Jack Fane log first. Are you ready for this? Just a sec, I'm going to quit the game because this music's really loud and you need to hear this log. This is hype.
A person shouldn't live for their coffee break. You try having Sammy songs playing all day in your head, over and over and over, like a parade. Your front row to the bass drum solo. So I'm just here for the coffee and the quiet. Hey, coffee and quiet. That wouldn't be a bad song lyric. Where's my pencil?
So, this one is referring to the coffee being really good in the studio, which is really, really strange. It sounds like he's just confirming that he really, really hates working there. And it could be a reference to other real life events, which I don't want to talk about in this stream. But that's one thing there. We've also got one from Wally Franks. Let's take a listen.
So here's my beef with this whole gym thing. I went to school. Yeah, that's right. Me. Star student at Brickmore High. I know my potatoes. So where's this Mr. Conaghan on telling me what to do? These college boys, they can tell you what's wrong, but you try to fix it on them, they're out of here.
Are the logs playing really quietly? I'll try and boost the sound a little bit.
So here's my beef with this whole gym thing. I went to school. Yeah, that's right. Me. Star student at Brickmore High.
I know my potatoes.
So where's this Mr. Conaghan on telling me what to do? These college boys, they can tell you what's wrong, but if you try to fix it on them,
Same, James Jam. I know my potatoes is gonna end up in a lot of people's vocab now. Bendy and Smash, oh my goodness. It's probably gonna end up being like a skin or something if that happens. You can actually hear now. Okay, thank goodness. We need an I'm out of here Twitch sound. I thought I made one, Sylvie. Rest in peace. I should do that. Somebody asked me where I've been. I've been on Twitch and in Discord. Link in description if you want to look at that. But I've already explained it earlier in the stream. Thomas Connor, yeah, he's really mad that Thomas Connor ends up coming from the Gent Corporation and telling him what to do. Now, this is Thomas's response to Wally.
If there's one loose bolt around here, we're gonna have a whole mess of trouble. And wouldn't you know it, that Wally guy is one loose bolt. He keeps the floors clean, he says. He didn't sign on for no science project. All I know is someone needs to keep these pipes maintained. And it can't be a slacker.
Get a load of that. So Thomas is basically making a recording saying that Wally is a completely lazy bum. Wally's making a recording saying that Thomas is telling him all this, like, basically bossing him around, right, and telling him he's doing things wrong. Like this studio isn't a complete mess. It's pretty funny. It adds a little bit of an extra, a taste to how everybody interacted in the studio. It doesn't, like, these particular logs don't provide any super juicy lore, but they're still pretty interesting. Like, it world builds, I guess. And here's one by Norman.
I can't help but feel that I'm not the only one in my projection booth sometimes. You can get mighty dark some nights. But here's the part that really makes my mind swim. Every night, just as I'm picking up my coat, there's a deep groan rising up from the floor. One of these days, I'm gonna get my light and go see what's causing all of us baloney.
And that was Norman Polk's recording. So you may remember Norman Polk as the gosh, was he a conductor or no, he was a projectionist, right? That's why, like, the projectionist actually exists, because everybody, like, thinks that he's Norman Polk. So Norman Polk was a projectionist who played, like, his projector and showed the scene on a gigantic screen for an orchestra to play music to, that they recorded the music for the Bendy cartoons. So you may remember that he had a recording in Bendy and the Ink Machine that said sometimes Sammy runs in there and chews the entire place out, and then he stays in there for, like, forever and ever. So this is some extra backstory to that. Norman catches on to the fact that there is some supernatural thing going on there. And he even he suggests that he goes to investigate it. Whether that actually happens or not, I don't know, but it sounds like he might have. Like, I wouldn't put it past him, considering that he turned into a projectionist. Bendy Romper, I know, right? It's interesting, though, because Thomas and Wally seemed like friends. Exactly! They did seem a lot like friends, but I guess not. Hey, Mad Hatter, how are you doing? Do you have any plans for YouTube videos, Callum? Callum! Do I have plans for YouTube videos? You mean for Bendy right now? No, not at the moment. I don't have plans for YouTube videos. I'm probably going to continue streaming on Twitch. I'm going to chill out of my Discord still. Yeah. I mean, like, I do have stuff planned, but I feel like you're asking me if I'm going to release a video this week or next week or something, or tomorrow. Probably not. You love the foreshadowing? I love it too, Boston Tony. You think he got inked as well? Collab VA, like, same. Bendy 10. And while he surrendered to the machine because Thomas said he didn't sign up for the science project. That's true too. Wait, did Thomas and Allison got out, didn't they? Astra Noir, how you doing? Wally is definitely a whole mood, Valerie. Hey, I appreciate it, Callum. Thanks for that message, man. Alright, so we've seen all of the holes. We've seen all of the hole jump scares. We've listened to all of the logs. I'm pretty sure we've listened to all of the music. Oh, right, there's one more thing I wanted you to listen to. So, this is the song that plays when you interact. So, do you remember the wall that I showed you that had the collage on it, and then we could click on it? Wait, I'll just show it on the game. Why the heck am I talking? Why should I say this stuff when I can just show you? I'll show you the collage real quick, and then I'll show you something special in regards to that I found out. Because some people may have just come in that have missed it. Alright, this is going to be a bit loud, so I'm going to turn it down just a tad. But I want you to pay attention to the music that plays here. Okay, so if you were here earlier, you would have remembered that we were talking about how this could suggest that he was Wally, or he was Buddy, or he might have even been Henry. That would be the weirdest one if he was actually Henry. People say he was Henry, by the way, because of that door opening sound we hear at the end. But anyway, I hope you're listening carefully to that song. I'll play it again one more time. I won't play it on the game, but hold on. No, I played the wrong one. No, I played the right one. Okay, here we go. Yep, this is the song that plays, right? Yeah, this is the song that plays. Then he realized he was a man. Okay, awesome. I completely forgot that I completely forgot that I had the jump scares covering the screen. But anyway, you heard the music, right? That was the music that plays. Hold on, I better show it on the screen, or else I'll feel bad. Okay, let's get the game back up. I'm so sorry, prodigies. But I'm so excited, and I've got so many things to show you. Okay, play. Should be in the safe house. Just for the prodigies who may have missed it earlier. I'll only show it one more time, don't worry. So this thing. This is a puzzle. You collect a whole bunch of scraps from a random locker that appears throughout each stage. It gives you a random chance of collecting a scrap, or you get to collect a bone, or you get to collect a music item. Well, I collected all the scraps, and this is what plays when you collect all the scraps. We had to wait for the door to open. Alright, so that is that. Awesome, you heard the song, right? I'm not going to explain everything about that again, because we just talked for like a million years about that. So, now that you've heard that, take a listen to this. Take a listen to this. There's another song in there that I haven't been able to unlock. $69, nice. Mr. Magicu. Do you hear that heart beating? I have not figured out how to activate this sound clip. I found this in the game files. What the heck? This game file, okay, so the first file, the one that plays when you look at the little collage, after you've made the collage and you click on it and it shows the message showing that he thinks he's a man or whatever, or he remembers he's a man, That one is called Once There Was a Man. This one that I just played is called Once There Was a Wolf. So there's a wolf version of the song. I don't know if it was like a beta song that was scrapped, like an alpha song maybe. Like, I can't remember how the development cycle goes. Is it alpha, beta? Whatever. Like pre-beta. What? Maybe it's got to do with that question mark box, but like Full Tilt said earlier, they looked through the game code, they couldn't figure out how to activate the box. So what the heck, I'll play it again. That's right, Blue Rob. Once There Was a Man was the first one that we listened to. The one that we just listened to, this one that we just listened to, was Once There Was a Wolf. And I'm trying to think of like the visual that would play for this song. Like maybe it would show Boris on the table, because you remember how in Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 1, Boris was on like the operating table and he had his chest cut open here. I don't know if you can see very well, but his chest was like cut open in this area. And you could see his heart right in the middle of his body. So maybe that heart beating sound was to sync up with the heart beating of that operating table. I'm not sure. Zenovia, I'll be happy to send that to you on Discord if you want. There is an ending at a certain point. Maybe if you play enough days, you actually run into Henry or something. I was thinking that as well. I played for like, I think 28 to 30 days and I just stopped because I was just like, man, does this game ever end? But you could be right. And that might be the song that plays at the end of the game. There's also animations for a finale. I saw through the game files and I found that there was an animation for a finale sequence. What finale? What? The game goes on forever, so like how do you finish the game? And that might be another thing to do with the box. Like I know Full Tilt was here earlier saying they couldn't find script for the box, but maybe because it's linked to some kind of external thing. I don't know. Maybe if you finish the game, the box unlocks. The timer did a countdown, and that just made me lose it. Oh my gosh! Did it seriously count down? I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me get rid of this before it happens again. Okay, so you missed it. I was motioning around this area. Remember, like Boris was cut up in this area in Bendy and the Ink Machine Chapter 1, and there was like a heart in the middle of his chest. That's what I was talking about. Maybe that's the thing that you see beating to the sound of that song. I'll play it one more time, because it's pretty hype. Once There Was a Wolf, the song is called. And maybe it plays through like a finale sequence. Maybe real Boris hid away? You're still looking for the finale? I can't find the finale. There are animations for a finale, but I can't find the finale. Once There Was a Wolf. Exactly, Full Tilt. I am hyped because there's still stuff, like it's a very short game, but there's still stuff we haven't discovered. Like we know it exists, but we haven't discovered it. Once There Was a Wolf, Once There Was a Man. So we know what Once There Was a Man was about. He was either like Wally, Buddy, heck, maybe he could have even... No, he wouldn't have been Norman. Norman got his head chopped off by Ink Benny in Chapter 5. But, no, Chapter 4, my bad. But it's still interesting that there's like, it's a short game. We've come across like so many like secrets and stuff. I guess we found the easy stuff, but there's still one more thing. One or two things remaining that we haven't been able to see. And I don't know how to look at animations when browsing through the files. Is it in the files and you can show them? Dreamnote Princess, everything that I found in the files, I've shown you on the stream. And like I just said, I don't know how to extract animations or build the animations based on the code in the game. I have no idea. Prod, you're wrong about Norman. What did I say? Isn't he the projectionist? For me, it's audio clip 53, and I'm seeing where it is referenced. We'll let you know. Awesome, Full Tilt. Please do that. It's strange that it's got such a generic name for you, because for me, when I extracted it, it was called Once There Was a Wolf. Once There Was a Wolf, as in like rest in peace Floopy Snoot? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, maybe it was like a goodbye. Maybe it showed what happened before Alice Angel yeeted him. Because, okay, so everything that I was just referencing was a completely different Boris, right? Oh, or maybe he comes across that Boris. Oh, that would be so funny. Interesting. Maybe there's, you know how every stage is randomly generated? Maybe there is a stage that you randomly come across that shows the level that you start off in like, you know, when Henry enters the game. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this. But like, we wouldn't all be here if we didn't overthink stuff about these games, you know? It's exciting. It's really exciting. Norman and the projectionists in chapter 4 are different. Norman said, us projectionists. You're absolutely right, a wizard. You're absolutely correct. And also, the achievement that plays when you kill the first projectionist in chapter 3 is the one that has Norman's name in it. So, I retract that. Thank you, Callum, again, for saying great to see you, Prod. I really appreciate it, my dude. Maybe you get the ending. Maybe you get the... Sorry, wait, what? Maybe you get the ending once you get all the music. Astra Noir, I've gotten all the music. I've gotten all 7 scraps. I've gotten the bone. I've gotten Floopy Snoot's bone, and I still have not gotten an ending. I've not gotten a finale. I don't know how to unlock it. Maybe, like somebody else said, maybe you just gotta constantly play over and over again. Maybe you gotta get to like 100 days, or you know... But I don't like rumors like that. It reminds me of like the urban myths. So like when I was a kid, there was like an urban myth. You could get a Mew, which is like a really rare Pokemon, in like Pokemon Yellow or something, if you like surf from a special ship that you get access to like a truck, and he's like hiding under the truck. That kind of rumor reminds me of that, and I hate that. I don't want to spread that kind of information. It could be that you need to play the game like 100 bajillion times until you unlock it. Maybe it's a random unlock, who knows? But I haven't been able to find out how to do it. And I think like I stopped around 30 tries, and I thought that was enough. Like, because what the heck, man? You're out here surviving for 30 days. How much longer do you need to survive? How long was Henry knocked out? Basically. He was trapped there for 414 days, yes, but he would have been knocked out for a certain amount of time. Wait, no, he wouldn't have been knocked out. Boris would have, because like, Boris found him, and then Henry was like, Boris, question mark, and then like, they survived together for a long amount of time. So this is before he even saw Henry. Could be the finale like the Tommy gun, where you have to do something extremely specific to get it. I think so, don't sue me, I really think so. Oh! It might be like, you have to see like theMeatly or something. Because that's a really rare hole. Why did it get Grimzanovia? I missed out, I completely forgot why. You know what I was using? Oh, you used a different tool. Okay, that's why. Yeah, I was using the extractor. That makes the most sense to me anyways. Astro Noir, I must have missed your message. Maybe... Oh, wait, okay. When you get all the music. Yeah, I explained why. I don't think it's that. The collage that you make reminds me about Brute Boris. It reminds me of that too, Pokemon Catcher, but the thing with that collage is that when you look at it in the game... I've already looked at it like 10 times, whatever, I'll just look at it again, what the heck, just let something happen on the screen. When you look at it, oh great, I've got to quit the game and go back. When you look at it, it just plays a little cutscene that says that Boris thinks, well, it reminds him, like that collage reminds him that he was once perhaps a man. Like the image of a man flashes in Boris's mind. We don't see who that man is. Like the closest hint we have is this collage that he makes with the scraps. At this point, I feel like I'm spamming, but Prod needs to see this. It's the song from the intro. Which song, Evil Minor? Which song is it? Oh, I see. Oh, I totally see what you're talking about. Is it really that? Hold up, I'm gonna restart the game. Let's confirm this. Because we can bury this once and for all and not worry about it anymore. I would love to confirm this. Because I didn't pay attention to the intro at all. Thank you for saying that, Evil Minor. Don't worry about feeling like you were spamming. This is important information. Is it the same song? No, this is different. There's no heartbeats either. He got yeeted, Peach. I'm just gonna let the song play out, just to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's not this intro song. Maybe if we find all the scrap people, maybe a different ending will come. I've already found all of the scrap people. This man is transgender, maybe. Check the integrity of the files. I don't know how to do that, Hef. I'm sorry, I'm not that technologically advanced. But maybe Full Tilt in chat does a lot of this stuff. They make like 3D SFMs or whatever the heck you call them on their channel. And they look really in-depth on this kind of thing, so maybe they'll find out. Okay, I didn't hear it at all, and I didn't hear the... It's replaying. I didn't hear the heartbeats at all, either. So just so you know, like, it was like a xylophone sound, right? I'll replay the song. No, it's different. It's completely different. The beginning song from Bendy and the Ink Machine? Because the notes kind of reminded me of that as well. I can open Bendy and the Ink Machine if you want. Wizard of Ocelot. Right click on the game and it's an option on stream. Oh, is that what you mean, Hef? No, my game is fine. My game is fine. Watch a video of the game's intro, like when you start a new game, you can confirm it. If I do that, then I'll completely lose all my progress, and I don't want to lose all my progress. Because all of the secrets in this game are randomly generated, and it's a pain to get them. But maybe someone else can do that. So you meant intro when starting a new game. Okay, I got it. Gotcha. We'll give Floopy Snoot a little bit of a dance there. ProdCharles evolved into MatPat? What are you talking about? I hope I can track something down. I haven't spent too much time in the files yet. Go for it. Full Tilt. I'm interested to see what you'll find. I'm surprised that you were able to find the box. I couldn't find it at all. Maybe it's just the tool that I used. I can show you in Discord how I do it, Splendid Gems. It would actually be very useful for you because I know you're into 3D art and stuff, and you'll be able to extract like the 3D art from it. Well, you'll be able to get the meshes. I don't know how, you've actually got textures as well, but I don't know how to combine them. Maybe you'd know more about that. It's the hearts that you collect in the studio. SMG Light, the hearts that you collect throughout Boris and the Dark Survival, basically summon Bendy. So do you remember how like there were piles of ink hearts? There were piles of ink hearts in Bendy and the Ink Machine, specifically in Chapter 3, right, when you're running from the Projectionist. And if you touched those hearts, it would summon the Projectionist. That's basically the same thing that happens in Boris and the Dark Survival. The one Bendy stream I managed to see and I missed the game. Sylvie Silk, you didn't miss much at all. You didn't miss much, because it's basically like, if you've played one level, you've played every level. The thing that makes a game, I think, is the strategy element. Like this element of stealth and strategy. Because I feel like the aesthetic reminds me a lot of Metal Gear Solid. I think that's what they were going for with this game. So, there's a strategy and stealth element, and there's also... well, I guess this would fall on the strategy, like stamina, resource management. So basically, it's surviving from Ink Bendy and trolling him as much as possible. I can troll him as much as you want on the stream if you want, but I think everybody's played this game by now. I would love to look at... Wait, what? I would love to look at the wireframe for Bendy models and get an idea of how to make my own. Yeah, for sure. I'll help you out. You're downloading the game on your PC? Hef, go for it, my dude. I hope you can sort everything out there. Is this game based in Chapter 3? Chucky's? I think it's based in Chapter 3, just before Boris meets Henry. Like, it's the story of how Boris survived living with Ink Bendy in the studio all these years before he meets Henry. That's basically what I think, but a lot of people think different things, you know. Like, this game is complicated sometimes. Or this game world, really, the Bendyverse, as people are calling it now. Sadly, I have no money to download the game. Perry the Slendy. I got your back. Maybe. Because I've got some Steam keys. I can just drop them in... I don't know. Should I just drop them in the chat? Or I don't know if I should do a giveaway. Maybe I'll do a giveaway on Twitter. Or in Discord or something. 2 copyrights? Why? Wizard of Ocelot, if Boris and the Dark Survival is linked to Bendy and the Ink Machine, then this game shows that Boris made that collage before ever having met Henry. Yeah. Otherwise, that area there would have been unlocked, right? You're welcome, Perry. There is a way to technically to keep your save and see a new game cutscene. I don't know how to do it, Sassy. I don't want to risk it. I think it's before he meets Henry. I think it's before he meets Henry as well, Frankinator. Prod's last act on Twitter, mass giveaway. It wouldn't be a mass giveaway. I've got 3 keys I can give away. Hey, thank you, Peach. I say drop it in chat. The Bendyverse is more confusing than the TVHK one at this point, and I'm enjoying it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. There's only one problem, like, if it gets as complicated as Five Nights at Freddy's, then people might get frustrated and just not care anymore. If you look closely, you can see the painting. Are you talking about this painting to the left-hand side here? I've seen it. Metal Gear copyright 1, Bioshock copyright 2. Oh, I see what you're saying, Pyrovit. Hey, Gay Mercenary, how are you doing? Oh, that's okay that you're late to the party. Thanks for chilling with us. What's your Discord? Valerie, it's in the description of the video. Should be like in the first line or the second line or something. All the assets are the Dark Revival look, yeah. But some of the models are the same as chapter 3 and chapter 5. So the Bendy model is the same from chapter 5. The Boris model is the same as chapter 3, but I guess there were like texture updates and stuff. Bacon soup. This is basically feeding Boris bacon soup the game. That's basically it. You found something. You heard the heart at the beginning of Boris and the Dark Survival. Okay, so it does play at the beginning. So who was it that said that? I think it was Evil. Evil, you were right then. Boston Tony confirmed it. Do the app data, go to local low. Okay. Let's type this in now. App data. And this will probably be the last thing I look up real quick. App data, local low. What? I don't see local low. Nope, I don't see it. I'm sorry. Catch you later, Callum Cookie. Have a good sleep. Sammy is Shaggy, confirmed. I'ma head out. I'll check the VOD later. Thanks, Sylvie. Appreciate you dropping by. Most of the textures in the game are completely new, or at least updated with normal maps. Yeah. You got over your purple guy phase? Congrats. Thank you, Kai Ghost. Yes, it happened. Like, I put a video up on Twitter of me transforming back to normal prod. It's pretty funny. It's in app data. The percents put you in roaming. App data, app data, app data. What do I do? Do I type in, hold on. Maybe I gotta go to Windows Run. How about this? The percents put you in roaming. Okay, got you. Let's see. Joey Drew Studios, maybe? Boris and the Dark Survival. Okay, so this... I am scared. Mommy, I'm scared! Sassy, I don't want to delete my file. Are you sure? No, there's no saves. There's no saves file. What is this? Sassy, I'm scared. There is no save file. There is no save file, Sassy. I've accessed it, Wizard. I'm there. So if I go in my Bendy and the Ink Machine folder, there's a save file, but if I go in my Boris and the Dark Survival one, there's not. I'll probably drop them... Okay, so Prodigies, if anybody wants a Steam key of Bendy, Boris and the Dark Survival, I'll put it in my Discord. I'll put a little thing up in my Discord. I'll get everybody who's interested, get your names, and I'll make like an Excel sheet or something, or like I'll put it in a random, you know, one of those random picker things, and then that's how I'll select it. I'm pretty sure I've got 3 keys, 2 or 3. Let me double check real quick. Where is it? Okay. Yes, I've got 3 keys. I have 3 keys. So if you're interested, you know where to go. The Discord. It's in like one of the top 2 lines of like the description of this video. Boris is vibing while Prod is struggling. I know, right? It keeps pausing. That's bugging me. Alright, Prodigies. I'll send you a random wheel generator and you can do it on stream. Oh, you want me to do it on stream right now? You never win a random selection thing? Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Let's do it then. Let's do it. Let's do it on stream. Anybody who wants Boris and the Dark Survival key, join the Discord. It's like in the top of the description. And we'll just... Oh wait, can I do giveaways on YouTube? Because this might be counted as a YouTube giveaway. I don't know. Alright, I'm going to end the stream because I'm a little bit worried about how that works. But because YouTube has this, like, really strict rules and stuff, I don't want to get like copy stricken or like community guidelines struck or whatever. So just join the Discord and I'll sort it out later. Don't worry. Top of the description, join it. I promise I'll do this thing. I'll probably do it in like the chit chat channel so everybody can see it. And just remember to post a little bit because you won't be able to, like, if you post a little bit, you'll get a level up and then you'll get access to all the channels in the Discord. And that'll help you a lot in seeing all of the messages. But I'll try my best to make sure that all of those messages go in chit chat. Please, people remind me. And I'll sort something out. Like, I'll get your names, I'll put them in a random picker, and I'll sort out the 3 keys there. But anyway, Prodigies, thank you so much for being here. I think 1 hour has been enough to stream. Much love to all of you. I haven't died. I haven't disappeared. I haven't ditched YouTube. Some people think I've ditched YouTube. I guess it looks like that from the outside, but I still think about YouTube a lot and how I come back. But I'm just like, I had very bad stuff happen IRL, and also I'm just like paranoid about the algorithm. Like if I post something and if it doesn't get viewed, then I'm stuffed. My channel gets wiped out of recommended. So look, expect something, but also don't expect it anytime soon. So much love to all of you. Much love to all of you for being here. I've got to do a big shout out to the patron Prodigies who have been supporting me for like a year now, probably. Zenobia, Foxy, Kaiser, and Sylvie. Much love to all of you. And I will catch you all probably in the Discord or maybe in another video soon. Much love to all of you Prodigies. If you want to catch up with me, there's also Twitch. Make sure you follow me on Twitch if you want to catch up with streams, regular streams. My Twitch channel is in the description as well. Like, a whole bunch of stuff is in the description, so just go there if you want to find me somewhere, because I'm going to be on one of these places. Alright, Prodigies, I've been yapping and yapping. Much love to all of you. Happy Bendiversary. It's been a really, really big pleasure getting to know all of you. Whoa, it's been a hell of a journey, hasn't it? We've been here from Bendy and the Ink Machine, Chapter 1 Beta. Like, wow. We've been here for a long time. long, long time. I very much appreciate all of you for your support all the way. Thank you so much for the cookies. Prod cookies for everybody. Much love to all of you.